Back again, guys, with another video on the Breaking Code channel. And today we are looking at string data types. Okay, please like, comment, and subscribe so I can keep this road to glory to C# mastery going. Okay, cool. So just a quick recap on the last video. Okay, we covered variables. Okay, we had a look at the different types of variables, such as shorts, ints, longs, and a few of the integral data types that we looked at. We compared their ranges and their sizes. We looked at how we can create variables from these types by declaring and initializing them. Then we looked into floating types as well and how they work, and just it was just a brief look into these things. Obviously you can it's giving you that exposure, so you can obviously go away and look in more depth if you want to understand the complexities a bit more. It's just a taster. Okay, but today we are going to be covering string types. Okay, and basically a string is a reference type. Okay, so when we create these types of variables, they store their references to the data object, whilst value types or value type variables contain their data object. Okay, that's all the background stuff anyway. You don't see that, but when working with strings, they pretty much feel like all other types we've introduced so far in all the previous videos. So let's take a look. Let's go over to the IDE. I think we've had a bit of a play around with strings before, but let's have another play around this time. Okay, so we declare it. So let's go string dinner, because I love my food, and then let's initialize it. We do that by doing the double quotes and put whatever we want as part of the string in the double quotes. So anchovy pizza, and that's good. So we've declared and initialized the string there. And if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, you'll know they hate anchovies, if I remember correctly. So as you can see, I've used double quotes to signify the start and the end of the string. If you want to output this string to the console, we can do that by doing a console.writeLine dinner. IntelliSense pretty much does it for us. Okay, and we F5 that and run that, and there you go, anchovy pizza. I hope I've spelled the anchovy part right. Okay, so pretty much what we've done so far. Okay, so in some of the earlier videos I showed you that if you wrote two console write lines, so if I duplicate this, you'd end up with another anchovy pizza line. Okay, on a new line. But however, okay, if we just wanted to use just one console write line, how would we kind of achieve this this kind of display where we have anchovy pizza on one line and then anchovy pizza again on another line? Okay, and we could do this by doing this. Okay, so we'll go here, we'll go plus this, do that, and then we'll go plus again, and we'll go dinner. Cool. So let's see if this outcome is the same as the last one. Okay, brilliant, it is. Wow. So how did we do that? Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're using what's called an escape sequence here, and there's so many of these escape sequences that you can use and play around with when you're playing around with strings. If you go over to the Microsoft website, it's got a whole bunch of them listed here, as you can see. Single quote, double quotes, you've got new line, lots of things you can play around with. Okay. So now let's say if we wanted to attach some data to the end of my string. So let's, for example, say change our meal to our dinner, sorry, to pepperoni. Pepperoni. I think that's how you spell pepperoni. Okay. If I just want to print this, I'll get just pepperoni in the console. So if I print that, it'll just be pepperoni. Let's try that and see what we get. F5. Cool. Yeah. So we expected that. Okay. But what if I wanted to add some other words to this string? Like I can do this. Dinner. Okay, so let's try that and see what we get. F5. Oh, I didn't spell that correctly. Got a typo there. That's not how you spell pizza. Last time I checked. There we go. So again, pepperoni pizza. I've added the pizza at the end of that. Okay. I could also do this. If I delete that. Oh, actually no. Let's get that back. If I go string breakfast equals dinner. Okay. And then I print out breakfast. What do you think's gonna come up on the console? You're right, pepperoni. So pepperoni for dinner and breakfast. Cool. Okay, so now since we've done this, string dinner equals pepperoni and string breakfast equals dinner. Then if we do dinner plus equals pizza. Okay, let's try that, and then let's print out both variables actually. What are you expecting to see in the console? Go on, what are you thinking? If you were thinking that dinner would be pepperoni pizza and breakfast would be pepperoni, then you're absolutely right. Okay. And the reason for this is because strings are immutable. Okay. Now, the term immutability or immutable basically means that strings can't change. Okay. So when we do this dinner plus equals pizza, yeah, we weren't changing the string dinner. Actually, if I just so that I make it less confusing, if I do here, just to make it, no, actually we'll leave it as it is. Okay. But yeah, so we weren't actually changing the string dinner. We were actually creating a new string. Okay, so dinner will now point to a new memory location that has pepperoni pizza, and how a breakfast still points to the a memory location that had pepperoni. Okay. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Now, just to point out something, because I know you're wondering, because I wondered this as well. Where did the quotes go? Well, just to make it clear, the quotes indicate the start and the end of a string. So everything within the quotes counts as the string, and it doesn't include the quotes in when we print that. So, for example, if I was to write the string some text, and then I do pow, okay, and if we print that, we'll get obviously console.write line some text, we'll get pow, obviously, okay. But what if we wanted to see the quotes too? So as in we wanted to print out the quotes as well, could we just do this, put the quotes there like that? Would that work? Nah, it seems like something's wrong. We're getting this red squiggly line, okay. We can solve this by using escape sequences, okay. So we can use escape sequences to allow us to include the double quote as part of the string. Okay, so if we do this, okay, the red squiggly is kind of gone, but not completely. Okay, so let's stick another one here. Okay, and if we print that, well, run the application, let's see what happens. Cool, so we now have the double quotes as we expected. Okay, brilliant. I mean, there's plenty of escape sequences or string escape sequences that you can play around with. The docs are online. Please go and research this stuff. Have a look and have a play around. See what funny things you can come up with. Okay, and obviously remember, practice makes perfect. So please make sure you do that. And whilst you're doing that, like, comment, subscribe, and please make sure you comment as well, because I'd like to have some engagement with yourselves. Tell me how you find the video. Tell me on things you want me to improve, and I'll keep the channel running. Okay, thank you. Have a good day, guys.